日本時間6月13日、ドジャースの佐々木朗希投手が敵地でのホワイトソックス戦に先発登板をしました。この日の佐々木投手は4回途中91球を投げ、7安打、3四球、4奪三振、7失点と今季4勝目はならず。また、前日のパイレーツ戦で左膝炎症のため途中交代した大谷翔平選手は、この日はベンチスタートも出場はしませんでした。ホワイトソックスの村上宗隆選手が負傷者リスト入りをしているため、2大スターの不出場にホワイトソックス側の解説を務めるオジーw氏は、きっと宗が怪我をしたから大谷もじゃあ僕も怪我をしてお互い様にしようと考えたのかもしれませんねと冗談でスタジオを盛り上げる場面も。ここからはその様子を字幕付きでご紹介します。
Now, after last night's game, Dave Roberts said he felt good about Shohei being in the lineup today, but as we just saw, that is not the case for the four-time league MVP. Kirsten Watson is with the Dodgers in Chicago, and right now she joins us live with the latest on Shohei. Hi, Kirsten.
Hi, John. Yeah, of course, the team got in really late last night, whether it was due to the weather here in Chicago or even just the late game in Pittsburgh. But Dave Roberts, as you mentioned, he had shared there was a chance that we weren't going to see Shohei in this lineup today. This morning, he did have some imaging on that left knee. Dave Roberts gave the update as to how he's feeling and just what this is going to mean for him moving forward.
He's doing fine today. I think that we got some pictures. There was no findings. It's just the normal wear and tear. I thought initially it was a hamstring. It was the knee. So it just kind of got upset, swelled up a little bit. And so I think we were kind of getting ahead of it, smart, getting him out of the game, which I think was prudent. And then with the travel, it just to give him an extra day. And my hope is that he's in there tomorrow. But if not, he'll need another day. But it's something that I think that we can manage, not an IL situation. And just seeing him today, he feels fine-ish. But again, just giving him an extra day is the smart thing to do.
Do you have a better idea as to when this happened?
There is no incident. We don't know. He doesn't know. I asked him if it was during the pitching, was it, when he was hitting, when he was trying to steal a base, and there was no one, incident. So I don't know. I think that's maybe a good thing.
When you say the knee, is there a specific part of the knee? Is it something that is related to that 2019 surgery that he had, or?
He said that there was some soreness in the back, and then that's where the swelling is at. But that's where a lot of the swelling with the knee kind of builds. But again, his range of motion today is good. And so if it was another, time in the season, he'd be in there tonight.
So for Shohei Ohtani, as Dave Roberts was mentioning, when it comes to that left knee inflammation, right now it's presenting itself more on the back of the knee. But the good news is that the imaging has not shown anything outside of normal wear and tear. It was brought up, of course, a surgery that he did have back in 2019 on that same knee. He essentially, when he was born, his kneecap was essentially in two. So as he was coming back from Tommy John surgery, they went in, the knee was bothering him then, so they went in and cleaned it up a little bit. So there is a chance some of the inflammation could be coming from that. Dave Roberts, when he was asked after the media scrum about that, he said he wasn't too sure, but he does believe right now it's truly just more some wear and tear. It does happen here and there, but they do ultimately feel good as to where he's at. Even if there's a chance that he's not in the lineup tomorrow, they feel like he's still in a good spot, guys.
Both of you guys were saying it last night in the post-game show that unless Shohei Ohtani was feeling 100% today, that he should probably sit out this game, Jerry, because of some of the travel as well. After you heard what Dave Roberts had to say, what do you think about Shohei Ohtani and that knee?
I feel a whole lot better about that. Listen, it is the smart move. It is the move. Do not play Shohei Ohtani tonight. Give him that spa day. Allow him to rest, ice it, treat that knee or the back half of that knee to make sure that inflammation is done and over and done with. We got to remember, Shohei Ohtani obviously wants to be in there every single day, but it's like Dave Roberts says, it's just normal wear and tear. That's going to happen throughout the course of a season. Everybody goes through it, but you want to make that small issue. Make sure you nip it in the bud because you don't want it to be a major issue down the road.
Well, I'm glad you feel okay. You know, I'm a little nervous just because when you hear wear and tear, like, okay, we all have a wear and tear. It doesn't mean it always just inflames or something like that, unless there was an issue with a particular joint in the past, which he's had. So I think that's where just my little concern, like, okay, you have inflammation. The good things, yeah, they had an image and everything looked okay. That is great. But yeah, is there concerns? There is a little bit, because obviously this flared up. You're smart to control it. Will it flare up later? You just don't know. You don't know what this is going to be. Is it going to be something lingering? Is it going? So that's where my concern is. Do I believe there's good news? Yes. I'm not here to panic and get scared. I'm not saying that. But if you're asking, is there just a hair of concern? It should be concerned, because the fact that it's just happening, and this hasn't happened in the past, and it's showing without question. So that's where the concern's coming in. But I think it's smart, obviously, having the day, and hopefully the Dodgers go out there, play well, get the victory, and if they get that victory and feel good, give him another day. It's like, it's okay to give him maybe a couple days to really calm this down. He doesn't have to stress at it, and it doesn't start hurting other parts of his body.
You just don't want this thing to linger, and hopefully this is getting nipped in the bud, if you will. And Shohei has been the hottest hitter in baseball over the last month of the season. He homered the last couple games in Pittsburgh. It's obviously a big void, Nomar, when he's not in the lineup. Sasaki had the best start of his young career. 7 scoreless innings against the Angels. Just 2 hits, couple walks, struck out a career-high 10 batters through 98 pitches. Of course, that game stayed scoreless until the 9th inning when Freddie Freeman hit a walk-off home run to beat the Halos 1-0. Over his last 4 starts, Roki Sasaki 2-0 with an ERA under 1.5 as he continues to show why every team wanted him. Coming out of Japan a couple of years ago, look at that drone shot, the south side of Chicago.
Yeah, so for Roki Sasaki, he has been excellent as of late. Even has shared with the media that this is the big league pitcher that he wants to be. Of course, looking at his pitch mix, he's made a few adjustments. He was really relying on the forkball early in the season, but now he's adjusted to having a forkball and more of a true splitter. But that off-speed pitch is something that, if you look at the numbers on paper, that's something the White Sox have had a lot of success against. They're second in average in Major League Baseball when it comes to their offense going up against off-speed pitches. Dave Roberts today talked about this matchup, what he likes about it for Roki with how good he's been pitching.
It's a good test. You know, it's a confident team. You know, they do a lot of moving the ball around, bunting, stealing. But I think if his stuff is where it's been the last handful of starts, it's going to be a good day for us. But yeah, they're always a good test every night, every outing.
When we watch Roki Sasaki now, I think we're all saying, oh, this is the guy that everybody was talking about in Japan. His last 4 starts, I mentioned the 1.48 ERA, but it's the command as well, Nomar. 29 strikeouts, only 5 walks. Opponents hitting about $150 against him. What's been the biggest key in your mind for him getting things to click?
He's a different pitcher, a totally different pitcher than we've seen in the past, or since he really started with the Dodgers. The fastball is there, plays up, as you mentioned, what they talked about in Japan, getting up there to 99 miles an hour. We've seen this. And he's having the command with it as well. The other thing was it went from the forkball to the split finger. Totally changed. That split finger is now at the low 90s, but that has some depth, some late movement to it. Also, really more confident in that slider as well. All of those culmination to a different demeanor on the mound. The confidence as well. Now he has that. He trusts his fastball. He likes where he's at. Reminds me of when he was coming out of the bullpen last year toward the back end of the season in the postseason. He had that confidence, like, listen, here's my stuff. Try to hit it. I'm coming right at you. He is doing that now because he trusts his stuff, and he's getting these guys out. So he is totally different, and it is great to see.
Yeah, the confidence is there because I also think the velocity is up a hair or 2. You know, he's throwing a lot harder, so he knows he doesn't have to be perfect in the strike zone. So he's not nitpicking. He's not sitting 2-1, 2-0, 3-1, and getting behind these hitters. And then obviously he's at the mercy of the hitters. I really believe that Connor McGinnis did an outstanding job saying, you know what, let's abandon that forkball. Let's go to the split. Since he's gone that split, it looks just like a fastball to the hitter out of the hand. And he's spotting that fastball at 96 to about 99 miles an hour to go along with that devastating split. Very similar to Yamamoto. When you're doing things similar to Yamamoto, guess what? You're doing a great job. So to go along with that slider, now we're starting to see the Roki started to develop into the guy that we knew he could be.
There's Roki Sasaki in the bullpen coming off the best start of his young career. We know his stuff has been absolutely electric, Jerry. Finally pitching with confidence as well. How does he have success today against a White Sox lineup that ranks 4th in all of baseball in homers?
Yeah, we highlighted the White Sox. They are swinging the bat, especially at that ballpark. And Nomar, we know this. When it's hot there, the ball jumps there at that place. So you got to keep that fastball at the knees, because you do that, you spot that fastball low, that split really comes into play.
Yeah, we just showed the K zone and how effective. Get ahead of the guys early. He did an excellent job in his last outing. Continue doing that, so that way your split finger could be devastating.
Well, let's not bury the lead. Let's get to Kirsten Watson with the news of the day, not just in Chicago or in Los Angeles, but throughout the baseball world.
Yeah, Stephen. Well, the news is, of course, that Shohei Ohtani not in the lineup today. Last night, he exited the game. The Dodgers announced he was dealing with some left knee inflammation. And afterwards, Dave Roberts was hopeful that he could have been back in the lineup today. Of course, the team didn't get in very late last night. That was a part of the conversation, but he underwent some imaging. It did show only wear and tear, nothing of it to report in regard to that imaging. But Dave Roberts still feels good as to where they're at. They think they caught some of that knee inflammation early. The hope is that he could be back in the lineup tomorrow, but if not, he should be back out there on Sunday, guys.
So that is the challenge for Roki Sasaki tonight as he tries to stay on the right track that he's been on. He's pitching with so much conviction and confidence right now.
Well, he really is, and he's throwing the ball extremely well because he's getting ahead of hitters. He's throwing that first pitch strike at about a 65, 67% rate as opposed to just over 50 when he was struggling. If he can land that first pitch strike, he'll control the at-bat, and then he can attack this aggressive White Sox lineup. One of the things that's going to be interesting tonight, Roki's prone to giving up the home run. The White Sox hit the long ball.
And the Dodgers are going to be without their best player, Ohtani, who is not scheduled to start as a pitcher in this series. They were hoping to have him play offense, but he left the game last night with in Pittsburgh with left knee inflammation. We were hoping to see Ohtani and Murakami, but now both are out. Here is Connor McKnight on both.
All right, guys, thanks so much. The White Sox face a tough test in the Dodgers here at Wright Field. They've won 7 straight series here at home, but it doesn't get much more difficult than the Los Angeles Dodgers. They will get a little bit of a break. Shohei Ohtani is not in the lineup for the Dodgers tonight. He's got a knee issue. No acute injury happened. Dave Roberts, the Dodgers manager, spoke just a little while ago, so they expect Ohtani out tonight, perhaps tomorrow, in the lineup for Game 3 of this series against the White Sox. They also expect Ohtani to make his next start, which is after the Dodgers leave town. The White Sox are without a superstar of their own, and Munetaka Murakami. A hamstring issue is going to keep him on the IL till around the All-Star break or so. Murakami and Ohtani go way back, of course. They were on Team Japan in the World Baseball Classic. He spoke about his relationship with Ohtani, such as it is, and also whether he's giving away any secrets for later on in the series. Here's Mune.
Although we both played for Team Japan in WBC, so I mean, we're good teammates, and yeah, they're really close friends as well.
With Roki pitching and Yoshinobu a bit of a series, have you given any of your teammates tips on how to attack that in the series?
このシリーズで佐々木選手、それ山本投手がピッチすると思うんですけれども、チームメイトに何かアドバイスとかチップなどは出されました。いや、それは内緒です。That's a secret.
So without 2 superstars in the lineup for the Dodgers and White Sox, I think we can still expect some fireworks here on a fun Friday night. The White Sox have brought the magic here at home. They'll try and do it again in Game 1 against the Dodgers in just a bit.
Look, this is going to be a great series. This is exciting. We've got the White Sox, we've got the Dodgers, but no Ohtani, no Murakami. That was not the plan.
Well, you know, I mean, I think when Mooney got hurt, and I think Ohtani said, you know, I'll go to get her too. Make sure we win. No, you know, I love to see, you know, even I don't like to see him in the lineup. Yeah. Ohtani is the best player in last whatever year is. You know, you can, people can talk about it better or not, but this guy is unique.
Yes.
But we're missing the big boys with Kennedy's ball club for a little while, but our ball club respond the right way without them.
Yeah.
Everybody step it up a notch. They're playing a little bit better. They miss Mooney, obviously they do, but if they look like they are missing Mooney, no, they play the game the same way they be played with Mooney than without.
Listen, this is a humongous break for the White Sox. Just on this alone, Ohtani has crushed the White Sox.
Ear muff.
I
don't want to hear that.
In his career, and especially at this ballpark. The numbers are staggering. Just overall, 19 homers, 41 RBIs in 41 games overall. In this ballpark, Ohtani, so these are the numbers just against the White Sox. In this ballpark, 19 games, 8 home runs, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 23 RBIs. In this ballpark. And he's not playing at least tonight, maybe tomorrow. So big break for the Sox.
Thank guy not playing in the Central Division. He might beat every record in the world.
Yeah. He may just want to just ask for a trade to the White Sox.
Well, let me tell you one thing, Senor Ohtani. You are facing a bad ball club in the past.
That's true. That's true.
Now we're going to see.
We're going to see, I guess. Meanwhile, if you're just tuning in, Murakami, as we know, not playing. Ohtani's not playing here tonight, but there's a big Japanese contingency here in the ballpark. How about a pregame edition of What Did Chuck Find? Because I walk into the ballpark here today. I'm in the main entrance. First person I see, the first person, former White Sox closer Shingo Takatsu is here. He was Murakami's former manager in Japan. Your former closer.
Great guy, man.
Great guy. He's wearing a City Connect Murakami jersey. And we saw him at spring training, and he predicted that Mooney would hit 55 home runs.
Oh, he was right. He might have changed. You know,
he was on pace.
But you know the league.
Yes.
You know the league, what kind of league you're going to face. But what a man, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you met him. You saw him.
I saw him early. American coming in. He's very humble. He's just a nice guy, bro.
Well, that's a great photo of you, too.
Very nice,
Look at that. That's special. And then a few days ago.
Jingo-san.
A few days ago, we met Murakami's parents.
Yes.
And today, Murakami's parents met Will Venable.
Nice.
Look at that.
It's funny because they told me that his friends in Japan was watching us talking about them when they take the picture from behind. They only see the numbers. Pretty nice. What a nice family.
Yeah, and I overheard Will say to his parents, this is really funny, "You raised a great son." That's funny. It's amazing. It's sweet. That's what he said to them.
Yes.
Challenge going up against Roki here tonight, but how do you feel like your guys have handled him so far?
Yeah, I think, minus a couple chase down, done a nice job, and when you're going up against a lot of velo and just good stuff overall, got to be on the attack and take advantage of mistakes.
When Roki got behind in the count going up against Benny there, going 3-1, what did you like about how Benny stayed with his approach?
Just worked himself to an advantage count and then took advantage of a fastball in a zone that he could handle and didn't miss it.
Chase, and I told you I was going to have an update on Munetaka Murakami, and he did some light running before the game here today as he's working his way back from that hamstring injury. He told us that he's feeling really good. He doesn't have any more pain, but they're taking it day by day. Will Venable said we still got to check some things off the list before he returns, but he is staying on schedule, so that is a good sign. He said he was disappointed that he wasn't going to go up against his guys in Roki Sasaki and Shohei Ohtani. He was excited to play in this matchup, but you know what helps? When you have some family here visiting. I spoke with his mom and dad before the game, and they talked about how much they love Chicago. They said it actually reminds them of Japan, how clean it is. They went to dinner last night, but his mom did admit that she was nervous when Mune came over here to the States, but she's just really appreciative with how this fan base has wrapped their arms around Mune and treated him like family guys.
It was cool to see them at batting practice today on the field for the pregame, and Brooks said it. There was real disappointment on the face of Murakami. He wants to be out there. He wants to be contributing with his teammates. And also, he wants to be able to play in front of his parents. But he said, you know what? Next time when I'm healthy, we can make that happen.
What's really important is that whenever it is he comes back, he's going to be back to stay.
He's not in the lineup tonight, but possibly tomorrow, Shohei Ohtani. What's the biggest challenge when you're trying to game plan against a guy like that?
Yeah, just trying to stay one step ahead of him. I mean, he's a pitcher too, so he kind of thinks along with you. So just trying to change locations, make good pitches in good spots, and when you get ahead of him, just making sure you're making quality pitches, because that's when we'll burn you, is those mistakes late in the counts.
You made a
The chant working its way around the rate is "We want Shohei," and that's actually a chant that both sides of this matchup can share it. Not going to happen tonight, though.
Be careful what you wish for, right?
Let's see.
White Sox fans.
We tried to warn Pittsburgh, PNC.
They're 37-31 right now. The White Sox are 37-31. In 2024, they didn't get their 37th win until September 24th. They were 37-120. They are now 37-31. We are in a whole new White Sox world, and it is glorious.
It's fun because I think you can feel with the fans. You can feel everybody talk about the,
Yes, all over the city. I turn on the radio. They weren't talking about the White Sox for years. Now, all they're doing, I'm not saying all they're doing, all they should be doing is talking White Sox, but they're talking a lot of White Sox.
I meet people, former players, come to be the, TV or be the post or pregame show guy. They ask me, like, what's wrong with, to us at this ball club?
Yeah.
I said, you know what, be honest with you, I don't know what really is because so many things. I can start it right now, and you're not going to finish up your show because there's so many great things happen to this ball club. It's you pile up a lot. It's not about this, it's about that, it's about pitching, by offense. No, every day is something different every day. Like today, who thought they're going to pitch the way they pitch against this ball club? Not that many people.
It did help that Ohtani wasn't playing, but Sox don't have Murakami.
Yeah, but okay, who thought they're going to score that many runs against Sasaki? In one inning. Thank you. Then every day, man, that's why baseball is so crazy. It's just so unpredictable. That's why baseball is different.
Roki, everything was going really well in this one, really up until that fifth inning. What did you find just either shifted when it came to your stuff that led to a couple walks there?
5イニングまでかなりいい感じ来たと思うんですけど、5イニングになってちょっと歩かせたりとかあったんですけど、何か原因というかありますでしょうか。
そうですね。試合を通してあんまり変化球がいつもより良くなかったので、そういった意味でところで、3巡目になってなかなか打ち取るのが難しく、なってしまったかなと、思ってます。
Yeah, my off-speed pitch wasn't really good today. So at the third turn through the order, I wasn't able to get ahead in the count. I kind of fell behind, so I couldn't get those out easily.
You looked at just navigating through their lineup. What do you think either led to kind of the results they were getting, their aggression? Did you find that had impact, considering also your off-speed wasn't there? How that kind of impacted how he was trying to work through it.
回をつなげていきます。湧いていく中で、そのインパクトがいろいろあったと思うんですけれども、抑えるにあたってどのような。
そうです。5回ランナー貯めてからなかなか要求通りに、投げることはできなかったですし、それはなんていうんですかね、どうしても打ち取りたかった点を上げたくなかった分ちょっとなんていうんですかね、力んで投げてしまったというか、ちょっと力でいこうとしてしまった部分、ちょっとゾーンに行きにくくなって、その後の修正がまたうまくいかなかったかなとは思ってます。
Yeah, at the first inning, I gave a lot of work, and I couldn't just get the quick outs, and so I was kind of trying to do too hard, too much. So yeah, that's one of the reasons.
Come back, we'll get some clubhouse reaction. We're going to hear from Will Venable. We got a special edition of What Did Shuck Find? It involves Will Venable, Munetaka Murakami, and Shingo Takatsu. Is that the changeup? I don't know what that is. Oh, that
maybe best change. Maybe best change I've ever seen in my life. You will see it. It's like. It was like a Nintendo game where you throw that changeup.
Yeah. Just got treated. So talking to the training staff, just right now, I'm optimistic, but I want to, get him through tonight, get him here, go through some semblance of a workout, getting his body ready, and then we'll go from there.
Optimistic for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
So that's pretty good news. A little bit of a change of tune. No more from pregame show. Shohei Ohtani, at least he's optimistic now that he can play tomorrow.
That's great because one, obviously they had the imaging, so they were confident about that, but also getting the work in and also getting treatment because that definitely changes, see how he feels. So yeah, they're optimistic. That's great. Doesn't guarantee anything, right? But at the same time, it's all going in the right direction, and you got to be smart. You got to be more careful than anything right now.
Yeah, and you saw Shohei briefly there in the Dodgers clubhouse. He was very playful. okay, in a great move. That tells me that he is okay. He would be in that clubhouse getting as much treatment if it was an issue. So thankfully, Dodgers sounds like they dodged a bullet with Shohei, and hopefully he's back in that lineup tomorrow.
All right, good stuff. So meanwhile, Will Venable is very close with Dave Roberts, the future Hall of Fame manager of the Dodgers, and we got some post-game reaction from Dave Roberts on Will Venable, on Miguel Vargas, and an update on Ohtani. Here is Dave Roberts speaking after the game here tonight.
Can you talk about your relationship with Will Venable and what the job he's doing over there with the White Sox?
Will's doing great. He's a little brother to me. He's a mentee of mine. I love the way he leads people. He's doing a great job with the White Sox. It's fun coming here, and I remember a few years back it was empty, and there was a lot of dismay here in the South Side, and now there's a lot of energy, excitement. They're in first place. It's a young, kind of a tough, athletic team. They're pitching well, so Will's the perfect guy. I'm really happy for him, and hopefully we can win a series, though.
Can you add on to that with Vargas, the season he's having? He's in your organization. You guys traded him here, and he's been blossoming.
He has. He's thriving, and with young players, it takes time. But Miggy's a baseball player. Always had the ability to hit. The defense has gotten a lot better. He's in good shape. And so, it's seeing him as one of those leaders over there, and obviously Murakami's done a nice job for those guys. But, I'm very happy for Vargy.
Did Shohei end up doing anything today?
He just got treated. So talking to the training staff just right now, I'm optimistic, but I want to, get him through tonight, get him here, go through some semblance of a workout, getting his body ready, and then we'll go from there.
Optimistic for tomorrow?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
Good stuff. He says he's optimistic for Ohtani to play tomorrow, but that's a no. You're saying no.
No.
Because?
I waste him.
Yeah.
I waste him. I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah, why are you rushing him back for a 3 o'clock game tomorrow?
I'm not desperate.
Yeah. 8-game lead in the division.
I'm not desperate. That guy can help me later on more and can help me tomorrow. That's my opinion.
That's a veteran manager like yourself who's been down the road a time or two, and but he says he's optimistic. You can be optimistic.
It should be, but legally say, how you feel? I'll see you Sunday, buddy. No, because you can lose the hand for months.
I know.
Then they talk.
Yeah, why are you rushing?
Now you rush him for 1 day and you lose a month. I don't know that worth it. They can do whatever they want, but I don't play that game right there.
All right, well, I arrive here. First person I see, first person I see, former White Sox closer Shingo Takatsu, who is Murakami's former manager in Japan. And yes, he was wearing a City Connect Murakami jersey.
He's a great guy, man. He made me be a smart manager right there.
Oh, but he was your closer in 04 and 05?
He just did a tremendous job for us.
Yeah.
He did a good job.
Now, that's a good photo, but the next photo is even better. I mean, this is two worlds colliding again. Yeah, look at you and Shingo.
He win the championship with the Yakult Swallows back in Japan. We love, he's just, that's the first time. No, it's different in Gucci. He got a little fun with me a lot of times.
Yeah, he's got a great personality. Meanwhile, Murakami's parents have been here all week. We met them a few days ago, and today I captured this. This is the moment when they met Will Venable, and I overheard Will say to them, "You raised a great son," and they did.
Right. He's right. That's what they told my mom and dad too.
By the way, his mom Fumio told Scott Merkin of MLB.com today, "I was very, very worried about my son when we found out he was going to come to America. But the city has been great. The fans have been wonderful. Everyone has just treated him like another member of the family. We are very happy."
That's good. That's good. We did. We talked to them a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Very nice people. Very nice people.
いかがでしたでしょうか。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーなどを中心に野球情報をお届けしています。この動画が良かったら高評価、チャンネル登録をよろしくお願いいたします。今回も最後までご覧いただきありがとうございました。それではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。